Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. I hope I am clearly audible and visible to all of you. So if the answer is yes, quickly tell me so that I can begin with the session. So if the answer is yes, quickly. Okay, so let's begin with the March session. I hope all of you are aware that in this session, we are going to cover the first 100 questions from the month of March. And in the next session of Spotlight, we are going to cover the remaining 100 questions from the month of Spotlight. So I hope all of you are ready and enthusiastic to learn something new and revise what you have learned so far. So let's move ahead. I hope, guys, that you all are aware of the mentorship sessions which we give to all of you. Okay, so in case, give me a second. Okay, so now everything is clear. Okay, so the very first question that we have is, what is the limit of minimum amount per project under the Members of Parliament Local Area Development Scheme, MPLADS 2023? So here, guys, 2.5 lakh is the right answer. Earlier, the limit was 1 lakh rupees. Okay, now what is this MPLAD scheme? So it was launched in 1993 by the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, and the basic purpose of this scheme is to give an amount of 5 crores to each member of parliament so that they can undertake the development work in their constituency. Okay, so for that thing, the grant of 5 crore is given, and for per project the minimum amount is set at 2.5 lakh. Basically, one project can be of this much amount only. Okay, this is what the question means. Recently, Union Cabinet approved the extension of the term of the 22nd Law Commission of India up to dash. So here, guys, 31st August 2024 is the right answer. And I hope all of you can recognize this person. This person is the chairperson of the 22nd Law Commission of India, that is Justice Rituraj Avasthi. So this is the name. Now, guys, in 1955, we had the first law commission. Can anyone of you tell me that who was the first law commissioner of India? The name of the first law commissioner of India. Recently, INS Nirakshak awarded on the spot Chief of the Naval Staff Unit citation for deep sea diving and undertaking rescue operations under the most challenging circumstances. When was the ship commissioned into the Indian Navy? So 1985 is the right answer. In February 2023, the NSE Indices Limited, the subsidiary of India's National Stock Exchange, launched the country's first ever municipal bond index in the backdrop of rising appetite for such instruments among investors. The index will track the performance of municipal bonds issued by Indian civic bodies across maturities with an investment grade credit rating. It has currently dash municipal bonds by 10 issuers rated AA. So what is the right answer? The right answer is 28. So 28 municipal bonds will be tracked by the first ever municipal bond index that has been launched by the NSE Indices Limited. Okay, so basically the investors will invest in this index, which is going to track the return on the municipal bonds. Okay. Who has been appointed as a drug controller general of India? So here Rajiv Raghuvanshi is the right answer. So basically, Drug Controller General of India is the chief of the Central Drug Standard Control Organization. Okay, so CDCSCO. The Drug Controller General of India is the chair of this organization, which undertakes the drug standard regulations and monitoring. How many pairs are matched correctly with respect to the disease elimination targets of India? So here you have been given these pairs. How many pairs are matched correctly, and not which pair is matched correctly? So here the right answer is 3. Okay, so 3 pairs are matched correctly. Now let us have a look at the disease elimination targets. So leprosy, guys, got eliminated in 2005 on statistics, but recently the government of India has set a new target for the elimination of leprosy. Quickly tell me the year, because I have taught you in the last class only. Quickly tell me, by which year does the government of India aim to eliminate leprosy now? 2027, absolutely right. Kala Azar, guys, will be eliminated by 2023, TB by 2025, then lymphatic filariasis by 2025, or also called elephantiasis. And in order to spread awareness and provide, we can say, medicines to the patients of elephantiasis, the multi-drug awareness campaign was organized, the pictures of which you can see here. And in respect of this news, the disease elimination target question was asked from. Okay. Malaria is 2030, AIDS epidemic end is 2030, and these are the targets of India. Where was the Barisu Kannada Dim Dimava cultural festival organized to celebrate Karnataka's culture, traditions, and history in line with the Prime Minister's vision of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat? So here, guys, Delhi is the right answer. Dash and Dash will become the first foreign universities to set up their campuses in India in Gujarat's Gift City. So here, what is the right answer? Option A is the right answer. University of Wollongong and Deakin University from Australia are going to set up their campuses in the Gift City. Quickly tell me, who is the current chairperson of IFSCA? Next question is, Union Minister of Fisheries and Animal Husbandry Purushottam Rupala launched the phase 2 of National Surveillance Program for Aquatic Animal Diseases. The phase 2 of this program has been launched under the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. The government has launched the National Surveillance Program for Aquatic Animal Diseases in Dash for strengthening the farmer-based disease surveillance system. The objective is to ensure that disease cases are reported immediately, investigated, and farmers receive scientific assistance. The results of the first phase proved the reduction in revenue losses due to diseases, increased farmers' income, and exports. The phase 2 will be implemented at Pan India level and all the state fisheries department along with Dash. So what is the right answer here? When was this program launched, and which agency is the nodal agency for conducting this program? So here, guys, option D is the right answer. 2013 is the year in which the program was launched, and MPDA is the organization which is in control of this mission. What is the corpus of genetic improvement program of Penis indicus, which is the Indian white shrimp phase 1 scheme? So here 25 crore rupees is the right answer. Now here we have certain more facts, some facts here related to shrimps. I hope all of you know this fact that shrimps contribute a major proportion in India's exports, both in terms of volume and value. Okay, so the marine products export from India is targeted to reach 14 billion USD by 2025. Currently, it is just the half of this amount, and the government is planning to increase it to 14 billion by 2025. Do remember this target, this is very important. Then India is the third largest fish and aquaculture producing country with 7.96% contribution in the global fish production. Okay, so do remember this thing, and here I have provided you a link also. If you want to read more about this thing, you can read it. Otherwise, there is no need as such for reading more about it, but in case you have completed your syllabus and you are curious, then you can read some more information from this India Trade portal. Now here guys, do remember this thing that US is the number one export destination of India for the shrimps, for the seafood, okay, marine food, and China is the second. Which state has established India's first government mother milk bank for orphan children? So here guys, Uttarakhand is the right answer. How much is India's real GDP estimate for 2022 to 2023 as per the latest second advance estimate of national income for 2022 to 23? So here we have different amounts, and the right answer here is option A. 159.71 trillion rupees would be the India's real GDP in FY23. Obviously this year has passed, but obviously we know this fact that the revised estimates and the provisional estimates come after the year has been passed. Okay, so this is a snapshot which tells you how the GDP is calculated and what is real GDP. Okay, so I hope all of you know these two constituents of GDP, GDP at factor cost and GDP at market price. So we have two different categories within the GDP at market price. First is real GDP, which measures the GDP with a constant price, and in India's case the constant price is 2011 to 12. Okay, so this is the base year on which we calculate our GDP of the current year, the real GDP. Nominal GDP guys is the GDP at the current prices. Okay, now let's have a look at the advanced estimates. First of all, do remember that the GDP growth rate for the FY23, which has gone by now, is 7% by the second advanced estimate. Real GDP for the year 2022 to 2023 is estimated to be 159.71 trillions. Okay, approximately US dollar 1.94 trillion. Okay, real gross value added at basic prices for FY23 is this much, 147.12 trillion in FY23, which is showing a growth rate from the previous year. Then we have nominal GDP rate, which is 15.9%. Okay, now what is the difference between these two things? You already know this thing. This GDP growth rate is for the real GDP, and this is the nominal GDP growth rate. That is why it is such huge. Okay, the difference between these two is very huge. Then nominal GDP for FY23 is 272.04 trillion. Okay, approximately US dollar 3.30 trillion. Nominal GVA at basic prices is 247.07 trillion, which is US dollar 2.99 trillion in FY23, and the growth rate is 15.2%. Okay, all these numbers guys seem very difficult, but they are important. Okay, so you need to prepare these numbers. According to the Department of Pharmaceuticals, the Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana has achieved sales of more than dash in the current financial year, which has further led to saving of approximately dash to the citizens. Under the scheme, generic medicines are available at 50 to 90% discount. Product basket has also been increased to 1,759 drugs generic and 280 surgical instruments. Now this data is very, very important. Okay, do pay attention to this data because directly this data can also be asked for. Now coming back to the answer, what is the answer guys? The answer here is option E. 1100 crore worth of sales has been achieved, and due to the sales of medicines at 50 to 90% discount, do you know what is the you can say savings that the customers have done? The savings is 6600 crore. It is almost 6 times savings on the expenditure. Okay, now one more thing, that under the Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana, the government aims to have a certain number of Jan Aushadhi Kendras by the end of this year. So what is that number? Quickly tell me. How many Jan Aushadhi Kendras does the government want to establish by the end of 2023? $10,000 guys is the right answer. Now on that note, also tell me how many Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana Kendra are already established. who is the chair of Supreme Court's expert committee to investigate the causes of regulatory failure which led to investors losing crores following the Hindenburg's research report. Okay, so this report made a lot of ruckus when it was released about the Adani Group. So Supreme Court had created an expert committee on this. So this committee is chaired by Justice Abhay Manohar Sapre. Recently, the Ministry of Home Affairs has cancelled the FACRA license of Dash. So what is the right answer? Center for Policy Research is the right answer. What is the theme of 8th Raisina Dialogue? Provocation, uncertainty, turbulence, lighthouse in the tempest. This is the theme. Okay. Now quickly tell me who was the chief guest of India in the Raisina Dialogue. Okay. In the meantime, let me tell you that Raisina Hill is, guys, the metonymy used for the government of India. Metonymy or metonym is basically a figure of speech where we replace the concept with a closely similar word, closely related word. So in the Raisina Hill area, the parliament and the administrative offices of India are located. That is why Raisina Hill is also used as a metonym for the power of India, administration. That was just an additional fact, a fun fact for all of you. I hope you have liked that. Okay. It is Giorgia Meloni, the chief of Italy. Guyana, क्यों लिख रहे हो भाई? Guyana is not the right answer. Chief guest was Italy's Prime Minister, Giorgia Meloni. Where is Borthekera medicinal plant found in India? So here Assam is the right answer. Recently, IIT Guwahati has signed an MOU with Samagra Shiksha Assam under the Rashtriya Avishkar Abhiyan to develop scientific temper and strengthen students' ability to handle challenging environments. The Rashtriya Avishkar Abhiyan was launched in Dash by late APJ Abdul Kalam, former president of India. The scheme will target the students in the age group of Dash, and in turn, the execution of RAA will span across the MHRD's schematic interventions of Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. So what is the right answer here? The right answer is option D. In 2015, this Rashtriya Avishkar Abhiyan was launched, and it caters to the students in the age group of 6 to 18 years. Okay, and basically this line here means that through the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan also and the Rashtriya Avishkar Abhiyan, both of these schemes will try to inculcate the scientific temperament in the students. Okay, so that is the basic idea. Which country has launched the Senior Mission Leaders course to prepare senior personnel for future roles and responsibilities as mission leaders in UN peacekeeping operations, enabling them to plan, manage, and lead such missions? So here, guys, Japan is the right answer. How much penalty has been imposed on the multi-commodity exchange by SEBI for violating regulations pertaining to data entries of Sikkim-based clients? So here, guys, 6 lakh rupees is the right answer, and many of time the penalty based questions are also asked. Okay, so prepare yourself with the recent penalty related news. Okay, because I have seen this trend that the RBI does not ask the penalties from very old month. Okay, it usually asks the penalty related news or questions which are there in the very recent months prior to the exam date. Okay, so try to cover the penalty related news from the month of June very thoroughly. ठीक है, जून में जितनी भी आ रही है उतनी सब अच्छे से करना. Where has Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports and Information Broadcasting Anurag Singh Thakur launched the Yuva Utsav India at 2047? So here Ropar is the right answer. So at the IIT campus, IIT Ropar's campus in Punjab, this was launched. Who is the MD of IFCO? So US Avasti is the right answer. This is, guys, nano urea, and we all know that the government aims to eliminate the import of urea by 2025, and for that the government is giving push to the nano urea. We have 5 urea manufacturing plants, and we have 5. These 5 are conventional urea manufacturing plants, and these 5 are the nano urea production plants in India. As far as DAP is concerned, so we have two facilities, one in Kalol, Gujarat, and the other one is at Paradeep, Odisha. Okay? And I have also told you this fact many a times that urea and DAP are the most important and imported fertilizers in India. That's why the government is focusing on commercializing the nano DAP and nano urea. Okay, nano urea and DAP. Okay. Which countries are organizing the Freedom Shield exercise, a computer simulated command post training? So here guys, South Korea and US are the right answer. Which country does Nobel Peace Prize winner Ales Bialysky belong to? So here Belarus is the right answer. Okay, so in 2021 he was given the Peace Prize. Recently he was imprisoned by Belarusian government, but nevertheless we need to cover the facts related to the person or the Nobel Prize. So he, along with Memorial Organization from Russia and the Center for Civil Liberties from Ukraine, these three won the Nobel Peace Prize of 2022. And do remember, you have to cover the Nobel Peace Prize of 2022. Although they were announced in October, but still you should be aware of all the Nobel Prize winners and their nationalities and the reason for which they have got the Nobel. Okay. What is India's rank in the Liberal Democracy Index as per the VDAM's Democracy Report 2023? So here 97 is the right answer. So basically, this democracy report has several sub-indices. Okay, first sub-index is the Liberal Democracy Index, second is Electoral Democracy Index, third is Liberal Component Index, then we have Egalitarian Component Index, then we have Participatory Component Index, then we have Deliberative Component Index. So a total of 6 sub-indices are there in this one report. Okay, so I have asked you the question from the Liberal Democracy Index, but the examiner can ask you a question out of any of these. Okay, so what you have to do, the top country and India. Usually what happens is that in your ESI paper, the examiner tends to ask you from the top 5 as well. तो उस केस में मतलब थोड़ी ज्यादती हो जाती है आप लोगों के साथ, आई अंडरस्टैंड, बट क्या करें, ऐसे ही तो कंपटीशन को एलिमिनेट करेगा आरबीआई भी. तो if you can, you should try to memorize the top 5. Okay, in each of these sub indices, treat each of these sub indices as different index altogether. Okay, now coming back to the Liberal Democracy Index, so 97th is India's rank and India's score is 0.31%. 31. Okay, so that's the score, 0.31. As far as our Electoral Democracy Index is concerned, India's rank is 108. Liberal Component Index is concerned, 90 is India's rank. Then Egalitarian Component, 123rd. Then Participatory, 73rd rank. Deliberative, 95th rank. Okay, so this is how India is faring in this particular index, but we have to cover these things. Okay, this picture is very, very important. And one more thing, the percentage of increment or decrease. Okay, this is something you can clearly skip. No need to remember this thing. Okay, India ke case mein you can remember that India has improved in this particular index from this points. India has improved in this particular index by these points. That much is sufficient. Okay, don't go for other countries. 202 countries were in total assessed in this particular index. Recently, RBI launched 2 key surveys: Inflation Expectations Survey of Household and Consumer Confidence Survey for the month of March 2023. The results of these surveys provide useful information for the central bank's bi-monthly monetary policy. The IESH aims at capturing subjective assessment on price movements and inflation based on their individual consumption baskets across dash cities. So here 19 is the right answer. So both of these indices were done in 19 cities for the month of March 2023. Okay, now the results of these 2 indices are not important because these are monthly indices, so that is something you can clearly skip. On that note, quickly tell me, how many members are there in MPC? Number of members in MPC. One more question I would like to ask you. How many times does MPC meet? And how many members are appointed by the government in the MPC? Quickly tell me. Yes, 6 members are there. Yes, bi-monthly है, so yes, 3 members from the government. Absolutely right. ये बहुत ही बेसिक क्वेश्चन है जो आप सबको पता होना चाहिए एंड आई एम ग्लैड कि आप सबको इसके बारे में पता है. Let's move ahead. Ministry of Power and New and Renewable Energy, R.K. Singh launched South Asia Distribution Utility Network to modernize distribution of utilities in South Asia via knowledge sharing among the region's discoms. Sadhan is a joint initiative of the Ministry of Power, Power Finance Corporation and international organization. Identify the organization. So here guys, US Agency for International Development is the right answer. Food and Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal said that all the states should implement smart PDS system. What does M stand for in the full form of smart? So here you have been given different options. What is the right answer? Modernization is the right answer. Quickly tell me the full form of smart. The complete full form. Ayers Fellowship has been launched by India in collaboration with Dash. So Australia here is the right answer. India-Australia Research Fellowship. Where are the pyramids-like structures known as moidams located in India? So Assam is the right answer. Where is Meena Salman Seaport located? So guys, Bahrain is the right answer. Recently, INS Srikant visited this seaport. Which edition of the Middle East Energy 2023 was organized at the Dubai World Trade Center? So 48th edition of it was organized. Recently, CSIR has decided to start the exclusive research grant for women scientists under CSIR Aspire. And an exclusive portal for this would be launched on April 1st, 2023. The total budget of a research proposal, including research fellows stipend, should generally not exceed the limit of dash. So here C option is the right answer. Okay. So basically for one project, this much amount would be given for the researcher, women researchers. US has handed over the NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar to ISRO. Which aircraft of the US was used to transport the spacecraft to India? So C-17 is the right answer. Okay, so I hope all of you are aware about NISAR. Okay, it has two bands, two radars. Okay, S-band radar and L-band radar, and these two radars are going to help in creating the all-weather precise images of the Earth. Okay, quickly tell me, when will NISAR be launched? Yes, Kaushal Joshi, you are absolutely right. Okay, scheme for modernization and reforms through technology is the full form of SMART, and PDS is public distribution system. Now, modems is basically a pyramid-like structure. Okay. Okay. 2024 is the right answer. Absolutely right, guys. Moving ahead. Recently, the central government has launched the PUSH initiative to ensure greater availability of power during the peak demand season. What does S stand for in the full form of PUSH? So here, surplus is the right answer. Which state has launched the Arogya Mahila scheme, women health scheme, to provide medical services to women at the health centers for free of cost. So here guys, Telangana is the right answer, and the purpose of this particular scheme is in the question itself. Okay, that is to provide the medical services to women for free of cost. Which state UT has begun the commercial cultivation of mulethi for the first time? Okay, so here what is the right answer? Himachal Pradesh is the right answer, and this particular institute, CSIR, Institute for Himalayan Bioresource Technology, is undertaking this mission of commercial cultivation of mulethi. Which of the following states is implementing the Bhavantar Bhugtan Yojana, that is the price difference payment scheme for the horticulture farmers? Okay, so here the right answer is option D. Both Punjab and Madhya Pradesh are launching the scheme under the same name. Okay, Bhavantar Bhugtan Yojana. So basically whatever is the difference between the MSP and the minimum price, and the market price that the farmers are getting, that difference will be paid by the government to the farmers, okay, in order to compensate their losses. Which state has launched the Livelihoods Cluster Development Initiative under the Mukhyamantri Janjati Jivika Mission to invest rupees 500 crore for empowering tribal communities in the state? Odisha here guys is the right answer. How many districts are there in Madhya Pradesh? So 53 districts are there, and Moganj was the 53rd district created in the state. Which bank has launched the Unpause Initiative, a program designed to assist women who have taken a career break for any reason and are now ready to return to the workforce? So it is guys Ujjivan Small Finance Bank. Okay, so U and U are common in the names, so you can remember it from this perspective also, but do not get confused with the Union Bank of India. Okay, so U se to Union Bank of India bhi start hota hai, but it helps the Ujjivan Small Finance Bank and the Unpause Initiative. Okay, so U and U are the common thing. Try to memorize it from that perspective. Next question is, which of the following statements are incorrect with regards to the MSME competition lean scheme? So here we have three statements. Under the MSME competitive lean scheme, the center's contribution will be 90% of the implementation cost. The scheme aims to provide hand-holding and consultancy support for the lean manufacturing. The scheme has been divided into three parts: basic, intermediate, and advanced. So here, out of these options, option D is the correct answer here, because all of these statements are correct. None of these statements are incorrect. Okay, so the next question is, as announced by the central government, the sale of only gold jewelry with HUID shall be permitted from 1st April 2023. HUID stands for Hallmark Unique Identification. It is a -digit alphanumeric code consisting of alphabets and numbers. HUID is stamped at the BIS certified assaying and hallmarking center. So how many digits would be there in the hallmarking unique identification? HUID number. So here 6 is the right answer. In March 2023, the Honorable Union Minister of Power, Shri R.K. Singh, launched the Star Rated Appliances Program and the iDiksha portal at the 21st Foundation Day of Bureau of Energy Efficiency in New Delhi on March 1st. What does D stand for in the full form of iDiksha? So here decarbonization is the right answer. Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare has approved the 3 Center of Excellence for Horticulture Crops under the Mission for Integrated Development of Horticulture. Considering the above statement, identify the correctly matched pair. So which pair is correctly matched among these 3? So we have Kamalam, Gujarat; mango, Odisha; vegetable, Goa. So here guys, only option 2 and 3 are correctly matched, because Kamalam is not for Gujarat but Bangalore. So Bangalore has been chosen for Kamalam fruit. Lockheed Martin, the US-based defense and aerospace giant, and Tata Group have signed an agreement to commence production of fighter wing ship sets at their joint venture, Tata Lockheed Martin Aerostructures Limited, located in Dash. Under the MOU, both entities will produce 29 chipsets by 2025. So where is this joint venture located? So it is located in Hyderabad. How much is India's share in the global arms import during 2018 to 2019 as per CIPRI's Trends in International Arms Transfer 2022 report? So here 11% is the right answer. So guys, here share of global arms import in terms of percentage, you can clearly see the latest years are here. So India has 11% import in the global imports. Then following India is Saudi Arabia, then Qatar, then Australia, then we have China. So these are the top 5 importers in India, arms importers, okay, in 2018 to 2020. Then if we talk about the exporters, so US is the top exporter, followed by Russia. USA account for 40% of the global arms export. Then we have Russia at 16%. So nobody is even closer to US. Okay, let alone the thing of substitution is. Next question is, which of the following is the topmost landslide prone area as per the landslide atlas of India? So here Rudraprayag is the right answer. So National Remote Sensing Center of ISRO has launched the landslide atlas of India. Rudraprayag is the first in Uttaranchal. Then we have Tehri Girewal, Thrissur, Rajouri, Palakkad. These are the top 5 areas which are very prone to the landslide. Okay. Which company has recently received the payment aggregator license from RBI in March 2023? So PhonePe, guys, is the right answer. Where was the Elephant Whisperers documentary shot? So Mudumulai Tiger Reserve is the right answer. I hope all of you know that this movie got the Oscars for best documentary. And this person is Kartiki Gonsalves, who has directed the movie. Apart from this Natu Natu song was also given an award at the Oscars, and that award was the best original song. Where did the Ministry for Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari flag off India's first 100% methanol powered prototype truck? So here, guys, Bangalore is the right answer. Not much important news is this, but still it is India's first 100% methanol powered prototype truck. That is why it is important, because now the government in India and also the governments across the world are trying to diversify their transportation systems, the fuels for the transportation system. Who is the Secretary General of Australia-India Trade Association? So Vineet Rai is the right answer. Which company has received the contract from the Ministry of Defence for undertaking the refitting of Sindhu Kirti submarines? So here, guys, Hindustan Shipyard Limited is the right answer. Which edition of the La Perouse multilateral exercise will be held in the Indian Ocean area in 2023? So it is the 3rd edition of the La Perouse multilateral exercise. Which bank has launched the Blossom Women's Saving Account with a 7% interest rate with monthly interest credit? So here Suryodaya Small Finance Bank is the right answer. RBI has granted an infrastructure finance company status to Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency. It was earlier classified as investment and credit company. Considering the above statement, identify the correct statements. First is that the IREDA is a mini Ratna category 1 enterprise under the administrative control of Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. IREDA will keep contributing towards Government of India's goal of 500 gigawatt installed capacity of non-fossil fuels by 2035. It was established as an NBFC in 1987 under the Societies Registration Act of 1860. So here, guys, which statement is the correct statement? Only first statement here is the correct statement, that is the Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency is a mini Ratna category 1 company. Who has been appointed as the MD of LIC? Tablesh Pandey is the right answer. UGC has developed Utsa portal to track the qualitative reforms by the higher education institutions in the country. The portal was launched to monitor the implementation of NEP 2020 in the higher education institutions. What does U stand for in the full form of Utsa? So here guys, undertaking is the right answer. Undertaking transformation. In higher institutions is the basic purpose of this Utsa portal. Okay, so that's the basic idea of launching the Utsa portal. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has announced that the central government will continue the dash year interest-free loans to state governments for 1 more year. The enhanced capex of rupees dash lakh crore for infrastructure development is equivalent to the 3.3% of the GDP. So here what is the right answer? So how much is the tenure of the interest-free loan and what is the capex, or what is the you can say maximum amount given under this particular scheme? So here guys, option D is the right answer. 50 years interest-free loan will be given by the central government to the state governments for undertaking the infrastructure expenditure, and rupees 10 lakh crore is the corpus of this particular 50-year interest-free loan scheme. Atal Innovation Mission of Niti Aayog launched ATL Sarathi, a comprehensive self-monitoring framework to strengthen the Atal Tinkering Labs. It provides a monitoring and evaluation framework to enhance the performance of ATLs. It has 4 pillars which will ensure the performance enhancement of ATLs through regular process improvements. Where will the project be launched on a pilot basis? So here Karnataka, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh are in the options, and then we have only A and C, only A, B and C in the option. So what is the right answer? The right answer is option E. Only A, B and C, basically in Karnataka, Gujarat and Andhra Pradesh. In all these 3 states, this initiative will be launched. Government of India and World Bank have signed an agreement for the construction of Green National Highway Corridors project in an aggregate length of 781 kilometers. The World Bank's support is USD 500 million against the total project cost of 1,288.24 million USD. Which states will be the beneficiaries of the project? So here guys, Himachal Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh, all of these states are going to be the beneficiaries of this particular Green National Highway Corridors project. Also guys, the other question that can be framed out of this particular news is firstly the budget of this total project, that is USD 1,288.24 million, and the support given by the World Bank, and also the name of the agency which is giving the support. Okay, so you need to remember the name of the organization as well. Moving ahead, where was the Vote Fest 2023 festival organized to create awareness on the election process? So here Bangalore is the right answer. Rajiv Kumar is the Chief Election Commissioner of India. Then we have Anup Chandra Pandey and Arun Goyal as the election commissioners. Which state has become the first Indian state in the country to start Resham Keet Bima scheme for protecting sericulturalists, a producer of raw silk? So here Uttarakhand is the right answer. Which state celebrates the Yaoshang festival? So here Manipur is the right answer. Where is the Madhav National Park located? So here we have different districts. The right answer is option A, Shivpuri district. Identify the correct statement with regards to the basic animal husbandry statistics 2022. Okay guys, so here we have the 5 statements. First statement is it analyzes only 2 major livestock products for the year 2021 to 2022, namely meat and dairy products. As per the statistics, the annual growth rate of meat production in India is 5.62%. The total production of eggs stands at 199.06 billion numbers. Then Rajasthan, Jammu Kashmir, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Himachal Pradesh are the top 5 producers of milk. Per capita availability of milk is 444 gram per day during 2021 to 2022, increased by 17 gram per day over the previous year. So here guys, option D is the right answer. So you need to focus on the second statement, that is, according to the statistics, annual growth rate of milk production is 5.62% and the per capita availability of the milk in this particular year is 444 gram per day during 2021 to 2022. These two statements are correct. And in this statement also, just focus on the current year. Which country hosted the 19th BIMSTEC ministerial meeting? So here, Thailand is the right answer. Which country hosted the 146th Inter-Parliamentary Union Assembly? Bahrain is the right answer. Recently, the state-owned life insurance company has sold 2% of its equity in NMDC. How much stake does the LIC hold in NMDC at present? So here guys, 11.69% is the right answer. Which company has introduced a sustainable equity fund to invest in companies which are leading in environment, social and governance? So option A is the right answer. PNB, MetLife is the right answer. I hope guys all of you are enjoying the session. Moving ahead, Ministry of Finance has amended the prevention of money laundering, maintenance of records rules for widening the scope of Know Your Customer norms to include politically exposed persons, non-profit organizations, and those dealing in virtual digital assets as reporting entities. The ministry has also lowered the ownership percentage from dash to dash in a reporting entity for the purpose of PMLA rules. So what is the right answer? The right answer is option D. From 25%, the ownership has been reduced to 10% in a reporting entity. And who will be the reporting entity? NPOs, the politically exposed persons, and virtual digital asset companies. Okay, so these will be the reporting entities, and now a single owner cannot own more than 10% in these companies. Who has been appointed as a United Nations resident coordinator in Tajikistan? So here KR Pravarti is the right answer. International Day of Women Judges is observed on March 10. Who has given Partnership for Healthy Cities 2023 award to, who nahi, WHO has given the Partnership for Healthy Cities 2023 award to 5 cities. Which of the following cities was given the award? So here you have been given 5 different cities. Out of this, Montevideo is the right answer. And these are the other cities which have got the award. So in these cities, you can clearly see Bangalore is one of them. So here, Athens, Bangalore, Mexico, Montevideo, and Vancouver. These are the 5 cities which have got the Partnership for Healthy Cities award by the WHO. Which Indian airport is mentioned in the world's top 100 airports 2023? So here, Kempegowda International Airport is the right answer. Okay, so this Kempegowda International Airport is in Bangalore, and Nada Prabhu Kempegowda is the person who is credited for establishing Bangalore city. Okay, and in this particular airport, we have a very big, the tallest bronze statue of Nada Prabhu Kempegowda has been established. Okay, can any one of you tell me the name of this statue? Like the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel statue is called as the Statue of Unity. Similarly, we have a specific name for this particular statue as well. Can you tell me? moving ahead. Okay, so pay attention to this fact that Singapore's Changi Airport is at the first position in this particular index. What is the venue of 2024 World Para Athletics Championship? So here, guys, Japan is the right answer. Where was the first senior officials meeting of Thai-20 engagement group under the G20 presidency of India organized? So here Guwahati is the right answer. Such type of meetings do not have very concrete conclusions. These are just the basic meetings. So you just need to remember these meetings and their venues because they can be asked. And India is the president of G20, so definitely these meetings have become important. And just because they are very much in number, they are numerous, that is why there is a lot of difficulty in remembering them, and that is why it becomes eye-catching for the examiner. The examiner may ask a question out of this. तो जिन्होंने कर लिए याद वो हो जाएंगे cream, and they will be clearing the examination, right? Because these type of competitive examinations tend to skim the milk out of the crowd. So that is the reality. Sad, but that is the real. Okay. Let's move ahead. Which country's Space Commission delegation led by CEO Dr. Mohammad Saud Al-Tamimi visited India to hold discussions on space cooperation? So here Saudi Arabia is the right answer. Which country hosted the two-day international conference of Shanghai Cooperation Organization on Shared Buddhist Heritage? So here, guys, India is the right answer. Which state organized the third Divya Kala Mela? So here Madhya Pradesh is the right answer. Khajuraho festival was also organized in Madhya Pradesh only. Which state has recently given approval to the 10% horizontal reservation to the state put activist in the state government jobs? So here Uttarakhand is the right answer. I had told you about the vertical and the horizontal reservations. In vertical we create new categories, and in horizontal we give reservation within one category. Okay. So this is how the work is done. Which Indian ship participated in the maritime partnership exercise with French Navy in the Arabian Sea? So here, guys, INS Sahyadri is the right answer. And Lakshadweep Islands of India, which is an archipelago of 36 islands, is located in the Arabian Sea only. Signature bridge belongs to which country? So here USA is the right answer. It's not bridge, it's the bank, Signature Bank, because Silicon Valley Bank failed, and after Silicon Valley Bank, this was the second bank to encounter failure. That is why this is here. What is the value of e-currency in circulation as of February 28 as per the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman's data? So here 130 crore rupees is the right answer. Okay, we have also covered this thing that in December only 8 banks were chosen to implement the e-rupee in retail segment in specified cities. Okay. One more thing, that e-rupee is a digital currency. It's a central bank digital currency. Whereas we have one more e-rupee, that is e-RUPI, rupee, which is launched by NPCI. Now this is basically a voucher. Okay? It's a voucher scheme under which the direct benefit transfer beneficiaries are given the e-rupee vouchers to directly purchase the material for which the subsidy has been given to you. For example, fertilizers subsidy, farmers will get the e-rupee voucher, and when they show that voucher to the merchant will give them the fertilizer. So that's the concept of e-rupee of NPCI. And guys, this e-rupee which we are talking about is the central bank digital currency. Okay? How much is the export of millet in India in 2021 to 2022. So here guys, 64 million is the right answer. 2023 is the International Year of Millets. India has given Shri Anna name to the millets. Quickly tell me, where was the International Conference on Shri Anna organized? This is also a very recent question. Yes, in 2 phases CBDC will be launched. Matlab in 2 segments, retail and wholesale. Which country has received the approval from RBI to open special rupee Vostro accounts for the bilateral trade settlement? Okay, so with Russia, we already have the Vostro accounts for trading. Now it's Tanzania which has received the approval from the RBI to open the Vostro accounts in India. Okay, I hope all of you are aware of the concept of Vostro accounts. Now on that note, quickly tell me, what is the concept? What is the meaning of Vostro account? Next question is, which company has bagged the first Green Coast Silver rating by CII for its sustainable mining operations? So here guys, Hindustan Zinc is the right answer. What is the theme of International Day of Forest? So here, forest and health is the right answer. 21st March is the International Day of Forest. Where is the National India Literature Festival organized? Meerut. Which state has announced to provide 1,000 monthly assistance to eligible women heads of families with effect from September 2023 for their empowerment? So here, Tamil Nadu guys is the right answer. Ugadi is a Hindu festival which is celebrated on March 22nd, 2023. Ugadi is also known as Yugadi. Which states celebrate Ugadi as their New Year Day? So here, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Telangana, only A and B, and A, B and C. What is the right answer? The right answer is option E. A, B and C. These 3 states celebrate Ugadi festival as the New Year festival. Okay. Which country organized Elevate, a pitching series in Dubai for providing a platform for startups to connect with investors and global counterparts? So here, UA is the right answer because it is already given in the question. So lucky for you if such a mistake is there in the examination also. Okay, next question is, when is the International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination organized? So March 21st is the right answer. Where is the Rani's girls hockey turf located? So here, Uttar Pradesh is the right answer. So Rani Rampal, I hope all of you are aware that she is the captain of Indian women hockey team. Where did the inauguration ceremony of Asia's largest 4-meter international liquid mirror telescope take place? So here, Devasthal in Uttarakhand is the right answer. What is the theme of World Water Day? So here, these are the different themes, and accelerating change is the theme of the World Water Day, which is celebrated on 22nd March. Where was the CPACE Institute center set up? So here we have different options. Institute of Material Management, Visakhapatnam, Institute of Indian School of Business, Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, Faculty of Management Studies. So option D is the right answer. CPACE guys, can anyone tell me the full form of CPACE? What is the full form of CPACE? Center for Processing Accelerated Corporate Exit. Absolutely right. So the basic idea of establishing the CPACE Institute is to accelerate the winding up process of the companies. Okay. Where is India's first National Center of Excellence in Green Port and Shipping established? So here, Gurugram is the right answer. Which state has launched a unique human-driven initiative known as Gajamitra, means Friends of Elephants, to check the rising incidents of human-elephant conflict? So here West Bengal is the right answer. Which of the following places will have India's first PM Mega Integrated Textile Regions and Apparels PM Mitra Park? So here Virudnagar is the right answer. So here guys, a total of 100 questions have been completed. Now in case you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay, so I can clearly see United States of India has written was through our money there. And Akwib Shamim has written foreign bank having the account in domestic country in domestic currency. But can any one of you tell me that what is the benefit for the foreign country to have trade in our currency? For example, if we take the example of Tanzania or any country, for example Russia, if Russia is sending oil to us and it has opened a Vostro account with HDFC Bank, and then it is trading in Indian rupee only, then what is the benefit for Russia? It cannot use rupee for trade in the international market. Then why do we open the Vostro account? Can anyone tell this answer? Yes, absolutely right. So the right answer is given by United States of India, that we will export also. Russia will be buying something, and medicine is one thing that Russia buys a lot from India. So when we do the export, then that money will be traded off. That money will be used to settle the transaction. So that was my day, guys. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. In case you have anything to discuss with me or any doubt, you can mention it here. Otherwise, I'll just wind up the session. That is also one of the benefits of having the trade in one another's currency, to prevent the exchange rate risk. Hmm. Okay, guys, I guess there are no more doubts. So let's say goodbye to each other. Thank you so much for watching the session. Prepare hard and do not get any disappointment take over you. Okay, bye bye.